We lost a real one today. Emily Holzer, or Emmy, as she is known in our little corner of the internet, passed away last night suddenly. Even though she was known as a log cow for most of her time on IRC, which caught her the attention of some really shitty people over the years and got her into some not some cool predicaments. She was honest, she was blunt, and she had no problem telling you how it was from her point of view. If she didn't want you to know something or answer a question, she wouldn't lie about it to save herself. She wouldn't tell a tall tale end, even though she was on the receiving end of some horrible drama. I never really heard her really have a bad thing to say about anyone. And eventually the lol cow costume would wear off over the years, and instead of being a name and personality everyone laughed about, she became an integral part of the FNet community. Instead of laughing at her, people started to get to actually know Emmy and started laughing with her. She consistently reached out to offer consolation to people who were going through it IRL. It used to be wherever Emmy went, Doss and drama would follow, but she turned the page and became someone all people looked forward to being able to hang out with in the chat. When she wasn't around, people missed her presence and worried about her. They asked about her constantly. Unfortunately, Emmy, as most everyone knows, so I don't feel like this is really airing any sensitive information out, had a torrid love affair with drugs that continuously brought her back down whatever ladder in life she was trying to climb up. She continuously spoke about her struggle, as she was truly the epitome of an open book on IRC. Someone who had no real barrier between IRL and the relay of chat. And people cared about Emmy, man. Sure, she would still get her balls busted every once in a while, but this is FNet, not Daddy Daycare. And she could hand it out almost as good as anyone else. What started as someone who would date and fuck with fake hacker fags that got a dump truck of sand dumped in her driveway, her mother's work account hacked, her bank accounts hacked, and her phone records hacked, and so much more, turned to a person who had depth, personality, immense artistic talent, a good sense of humor, and let's face it, was just as fucked up as the rest of us, no more, no less. I personally will miss Emmy, our shared birthday celebrations, how every week she would crack the "I want to give Eraserhead" while watching the movie Eraserhead joke, her honesty, her page-turner of a life she laid out before us on the screen, and her kindness. Addiction is no fucking joke, and even though there is little any of us could do to help, please know that taking your own life, whether intentionally or by accident from risky behavior, is never worth it, and there's always someone who cares and will be devastated by the void they leave behind. I feel for Emmy's family the most, and can only hope that they themselves can find a peace, knowing that their daughter finally found her own. Rest in peace, Emmy. There will never be another one quite like you. We'll see you on the other side, my friend.
FNet News.
Suck it, suck it.
FNet News.
I love FNet like a wet baguette.
FNet News. FNet News.
Shout outs to Frack.
Penis Paul, Penis Paul, Penis Paul. Penis Paul, Penis Paul, Penis Paul.
Welcome to e2N2 Erasers FNet News, episode 12, my friends. We're going to keep it short and sweet. I did not get a desk submission to review. I didn't get an ASCII of the week. I didn't get an acro of the week. And quite honestly, it seems appropriate. We're going to power through some things that will hopefully make you laugh, bring the spirits up, and I feel like keeping it short is appropriate today. So let's get it started. Chrono! Not our beloved Chrono, but a Chrono that is growing on me. CRONO says, I got eaten alive by like beach flies when I fucked on the beach. I had to stop. And like we had to leave the fucking beach, LOL. She wasn't getting bit though. Beck says the fucking beach indeed. Ha. See, this is interesting because I've recently been having this experience where I be fucking outside and I don't get bit at all, but my partner gets torn to shreds. I don't know if it's something where maybe the bugs can sense that I have a horrible disease that I don't even know about, so they don't even want my blood. I mean, really, what else could it possibly be? Why would bugs want to fuck with my partner and not me? I'm jealous. It must be because I got bad blood or some shit. Chrono, if I were you, man, I'd run to the nearest Planned Parenthood, especially since it's subsidized by your tax dollars. Get an STD check and make sure that the girl you were fucking didn't have, HIV or HPV or Hep C or ABCDEFG. Get that shit checked out, man. Your dick might be falling off next. You don't have to worry about them bugs after that happens. Here's a kind of non-context quote from Dark Mage, but I'm going to run with it because it kind of has its own context within itself. So let's analyze it a bit. Dark Mage says, implying I wasn't having cyber sex on AOL 3.0 at age 12. Jesus. I mean, when I was 12, I was doing way more important shit than cyber chicks online. I was playing Street Fighter 2, Doom 2. I was playing Magic the Gathering. I had a black and red deck that would crush your fucking soul. I was going outside. You know what? It just came to me. Maybe we see the product that is Dark Mage today because he expended all of his flirting talent on AOL 3.0 and he has simply none left over. He spent a lifetime of flirting and love and sex appeal on AOL 3.0 and we are left with the remnants of who Dark Mage is today. And what are those remnants, you ask? Let's take a look at this quote that was posted by Load on Twitter. I hope this isn't a troll because this definitely sounds like something Dark Mage would say. Let's read it together. One thing I really struggle to impress on my students is that Japan, or Nippon, as the learned call the wondrous kingdom of the rising sun, is an honor society. Things that are acceptable in barbaric societies such as the USA would not be tolerated there. For instance, in Japan, students would never even think of questioning it if an instructor actually knows the material he is teaching, nor would they make snide comments about his fashion choices or grooming habits. That is why I require all students who wish to learn at my evil dojo to remove their shoes as a sign of respect. My requirements that they display their bare feet on camera during our Zoom calls is about enforcing that tradition. It is in no way sexual. Okay, breaking news. I should have fucking known better. I just scathed the logs and there is no fucking quote like this from Dark Mage anywhere around. But it definitely sounds like something he would say. And if he didn't say it, he's definitely thought this exact quote before. So you know what? Shout outs to Load for being transphobic, for being, what the fuck is the word? Oh, god damn it. Trans something. Psychic. Okay, not trans, whatever. I've blown this segment to pieces. No wonder Dark Mage still gets more chicks than me. Let's move on. Logic apparently got his hands a little dirty. Let's read the quote. Says, made the awful mistake of going hard in the paint with a girl that had not run her fuckholes through the cleaners prior to our rendezvous. Now, I don't know if he's talking about a particular anal incident or if maybe the girl didn't brush her teeth, her pussy stank, but I'm going to assume I'm going to assume that Logic got some shit on his dick and maybe in other places. Hey man, it happens to the best of us. Give the girl a break and be a real man and lap that shit up with your tongue like the dirty dog you are. Everyone seems to be horny on IRC these days. Check out this log from Sniff. To be honest, I don't even think having gay sex is that gay. I don't know, man. I don't know if it gets any gayer than gay sex. Because gay sex isn't like, just gay. It's like the mountain. It's like the tip top of Mount Everest of all things gay. So, gonna have to disagree with you there, Sniff. If that's your thing, man, and you don't think it's gay, then have at it, pal. You're definitely fucking more than Dark Mage, I'll tell you that much. So last week, I reviewed what I thought and still think may be Gals' desk. So Gals hit me up. Let's read the log here. Thank you so much for the FNet news feature. I honestly can't stop laughing. I say, I don't know if it's really you, but some rando sent me the link, so I ran with it. He says, it's not me, but I'd like to keep playing the role of the meth head. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. He links me a YouTube video. Here's a screen cap from that of this person, which definitely is the same person that was proposed to be Gals. And Gal says, that's him. I've been annoying him for years. He's actually fucked, LOL. I'm going to post a link to the screen capped video in the description. Click it. It's fucking crazy. This person's definitely on drugs. I'm holding out hope that it really is Gals, because if it's Gals pretending not to be Gals, making fun of Gals, that would be some Inception or Fight Club type twist that would blow my fucking mind. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Dwayne's having a hard time in life, man. Check this shit out right here. Sharts and farts, a tear in my beer. Dog died, lady left me. Jesus Christ. Sounds like a song, man, if I ever heard one myself. Maybe we're bearing witness to Dwayne's audition into the music world. Dwayne, I'm telling you what, dude. If you did a praise album about sharts and farts, a tear in your rear, and dog dyings, lady left yas, I'm buying every fucking copy. Well, it's that time in the episode again where I hand it all over to the Psy Master. Psy, what's going on in your neck of the woods, my friend?
Hey, dumb guy, what does that say? So here I am waiting on Robert. I said I'd help him pick up 2 cabinets and load them into the truck. I got the truck parked down the street, but we loaded the 1 cabinet and now he's been gone for 15 minutes. So I'm just standing here waiting. Come on, Robert. So it's been about another 15 minutes and I'm still waiting, so I texted him and asked him if he had maybe possibly taken a break to have sex with a woman, but he assures me that's not the case and that the cabinet is stuck. Likely story.
3 hours later.
Remember the lady, Lisa? Her. I say her. Her. Yeah. No, that's Heidi. You're getting your white girls mixed up. Yeah, that's what he said.
3 hours later.
Oh, you know what? There's this lady around the corner from where I used to live. She's had a couple of things, and she said I could have them, but I never went back over there. I'll have to go over there and ask her if she still got them.
2,000 years later.
So what's the weather like today, Rob?
It's the e2N2 news, and the weather is the same as it was last week, and it's the same as it's gonna be next week. e2N2 weather report. This is Robert Gettysson coming to you with the weather that hasn't changed. Shout out to Racer, shout out to Vapor, shout out to Port 80, and shout out to Side Master, my buddy. Mwah. Yeah. And thanks for the chocolate milk.
Yo, Robert is fucking on 1. What am I talking about? Robert's on 20. He's got so many women, he's confusing them all. He's shouting out things and people. He's probably like, what the fuck is this motherfucker having me shout out? What the fuck is an eraser? And what the fuck is a Port 80? And what the fuck is in that chocolate milk? That's what I want to know. Check out this sick slam poetry session in Pound LRH. Lodi starts by saying, back in my day, the only super spreader was a girl from the trailer park named Melissa. Not really rhyming yet, but then Erie says, I knew of Melissa, we called her Morassa because she had a big butt. And then the slam starts. Lodi, I knew a girl named South. She would go down there with that mouth. I knew a lady named Candy. She was actually a man, G. Used to dick down this girl named Sharon. To this day, it feels like the lining of my urethra is tearing. Dark Mage jumps in. Used to date a girl named Mandy. She gave a real mean handy. Lodi pops back in. Do you remember that girl, Cynthia? Good way to get the HIV in you. Look at Octopus getting salty. Jealous of Salt Gang memes, but comes up with this shit. Nah, man, this shit is slamming. Lodi fires back. Octopus, save your meme critique for when you get hired on VH1, you washed up E-celeb drag queen. Ouch. Spoon pops in. Used to date this girl named Rick. She had the biggest dick. Zartet fucked a girl named Jennifer, made me wish I'd never heard of her. Lodi used to date this girl named Rosalie, ended up every night covered in pee. Finally, Dark Mage closes out the session with, used to date a girl named Jillian. That pussy was straight reptilian. fuck yes. Oh man, good session, guys. Good session. Loldangs, the half bot, half man, all aliases famed chatter of FNet, has a boa. And here's a video of it swallowing a rat whole. Check this out. Jesus Christ, that thing's got more sucking power than Dwayne on a bottle of S. We be fucking it up out here. Ikaboo says, what the fuck? My CSS guy sends me a screenshot. Verify question. How many tits does a woman have? So this is the CAPTCHA. And then he tries to switch to Windows 3 and fucking fails. Speaking of failing switching windows, Sly /23/23. That's a double fuck up in one line. 2 fuck ups, 1 line.com. No context quotes of the week. Dwayne is back where he belongs and says, he said love through the nuts. I know that's how I want to be loved. And an interesting one right here from Machi Cola, kind of like a choose your own adventure. Now feeling pretty FT. Now feeling pretty, I don't know, fucked tranny. Now feeling pretty fat tonight. Now feeling fentanyl through the veins in one word, like everyone tries to do in acro. I don't know, man. What would you say? Leave your non-context quote of the week, choose your own adventure answer in the comments section of the video. Well, my friends, I told you it was going to be a short and sweet one. Shout outs to my Patreons. As always, Echo Shun, Matthew, Load Radio, Scrim, Interdome, Black Angel, Jewbird, Logic, Psymaster, Zartet, Boof, David, Alyosha, Triple A, Monochrome, Cunts, Hotline, Cheese, Bex, Beans, Dark Mage, Dingo Pride, Darn, Funk Power, Zenic, and Anonymous Patreon 1. Thank you so much for the support, and thank you everyone for sticking around listening. I'm going to actually end this episode with a full piano rendition from Emmy of Alexander Skrier. I don't know what the fuck this dude's last name is. Poem in F sharp major. Op 32, number 1. I don't know what that means either, but this is just a little example of how talented Emmy was. This recording and so many more are actually located on her SoundCloud, which I'll leave linked in the description. Let's take a listen. Rest in peace, Emily Holzer. Everybody take care of each other, and let's let Emmy close the show.